Welcome to the town of Kew. This is the Queen of Murchison, which is a starting point to explore the goldfield regions in Western Australia. It all started in the 1890s when an Aboriginal prospector actually found a 10-ounce nugget in a mine not far from here, and from there they established the town in 1893, and it went up to about 10,000 people. So it was a rich town back then, but sadly, obviously with the mines closing down, it's a little bit more of a ghost town now. But there are still some beautiful buildings that we're just going to have a little bit of a walk around and check them out. This was their old lockup. Someone's restoring it, Mark's saying. In 1897, yes, it does look in good nick, doesn't it? But I think because they've really looked after that.
Look at all the quartz in the ground, there's so much.
And that's why there's gold?
Well, apparently quartz rich ground has gold in it.
This lookout that we're on now is where they originally found gold in 1892. Provided the first water reticulated system. It was quite an achievement back in the day. We just found a little microbat. Yeah. Like so many of these outback towns, there's so many shops that were thriving and now they're all just boarded up. It'd be so interesting to see what's behind there. Beautiful little town. If you're coming this way, you should stop in and have a look at some of the history. The old Bank of New South Wales. We are right on our way to Mount Magnet, but on the way we've stopped at this place called the Granites, and it's this huge area of significance to the Aboriginal people, but it's beautiful because it's got these huge breakaways of granite rock and it just looks amazing. Comfy there?
Yeah.
What did you say, Tilly?
Nothing.
She needs to do a bush wee, so I said just do it behind this tree. Doubting that we're right in the middle of Australia because it feels like the rugged outback, so desolate and deserty and vast and
Flies.
Lots and lots of flies, and I can't see anyone else at all. Doing this tourist drive thing, and we've pulled into an old mine site and they've got these big mounds to stop you from sort of going in, but we've just climbed up the top. Have a look at this.
Over there.
Thanks. Oh yeah.
That's all overburden come out of here.
So you're saying that they dig that out and then they make that, what do you call that?
It's the overburden, the stuff they don't want.
And then they try and make it more natural again. Interesting.
It's been there a long time, it's got trees on it.
Yeah. So we've pulled up to this cave sort of thing and they call it the Amphitheatre. So of course my family's going stupid. I'm so glad there's no one around. Otherwise we'd look like complete idiots. Right there.
say it's nearly finished or...
After a fairly solid day of exploring, we decided to pull up at a free camp. This one was just sort of off the highway and it was great.
Look at that. Oh, so good.
Is that good?
You look at it.
What
Check
is that?
out these. They're backs of dump trucks. That is incredible. 3 of them.
Oh my God.
Woo! That is so cool. They are ginormous. They're taking up the whole road.
Right now we're in an area where lots of big trucks are going past. Like many of them have actually made us get off the road. There we go. They're talking to each other. So they're bringing huge trucks like this one where you have to like actually get off the road. They normally call you up on the radio and let you know how wide it is. Often you just have to veer off a little bit, but when you have ones like this, you have to like get completely off the road. Mark always finds these museums in the middle of nowhere. I think he wants to be like an American picker one day. Anyway, this one has a gem museum and it also had a load of old cars, which he's also into. And they apparently came off an old station. The man had donated them to the town to actually have this museum. And I think he funded it from his money he left behind. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Hello.
Mary.
I know, it's that size.
Yeah, I'd like to drop in here, Wubin, and top up with some fuel if I can find somebody getting off the road.
What is it? Oh my gosh. What is that?
I think it's a front of a front end loader.
Okay, I wasn't going to film tonight because it's Saturday night and we like to have some time off filming. But we've made it to this campsite, which is called Edawa Lake. And we are in the middle of nowhere and we found this campsite on Wiki Camps and some people weren't that happy with it. Thank God that we came here because it is absolutely beautiful. Have a look at this. We just had a lovely little night camped out at Edawa.
Edawa. I don't know
how to say it. It's E-D-A-W-A. I'll put the little... I'll write what it says, obviously just here. But it was beautiful. We had lovely still night, but the only problem was that the mosquitoes were pretty bad and we all got mopped. So this morning it was windy. We were planning on staying there again tonight because it's free. But we're going to try and find somewhere else that's a little bit closer to Perth. We've got a couple of places in mind. Mark's got a farm stay or just maybe we might even camp on the side of the road. So we're going to head towards Perth and work out what we're going to do. We're just driving down the highway and spotted, I would say, like these big, huge buildings that look like big castles, and we've just looked it up and it's called New Norica, and it's the only monastery settlement. So it's like a monastery town. So we've just driven in to see if we can have a bit of a look. New Norica, I think.
Norica, is it?
You've come to the right place if you like names, towns names pronounced incorrectly, because that's what we do. We pronounce them incorrectly, not on purpose, and we don't even know if we're doing it. Wow, it's beautiful. It is Sunday today too. We've just looked it up and it's the only of its kind. It's a monastery, and it's like a monastery village, and it's the only one of its kind in Australia. And we've just saw that you might be able to do some tours. We've driven in and there's like a visitor centre. So Mark's just gone in to check to see if we could maybe have a look around. The only thing is, I haven't had a shower. So I'm not feeling very clean, but I guess we'll see if we can have a look. Looks absolutely beautiful. It's Sunday too, so it says there's tours that go from 11 a.m, but I'm not sure how much it costs. Cost $60 to do the tour, and because we are on a tight budget now, we're going to not do it, but we're going to have a little bit of a look around the buildings because they are beautiful, and I'm pretty sure we can.
Stop, do I have to come?
See, this is the problem with iPhones, isn't it?
Stop.
Because it's the weekend.
Stop.
Oh. This is just the recreational area, and they've got handball courts just at the back here. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us on our inland Western Australia road trip. We really enjoyed getting off the beaten track and seeing some new places, and we hope that we've found some new places for you to add to your list as well.